on server 1, press start, go to Notepad, open that up, type in some stuff, and let's just save it. Save it as lab08. Why not? Right there in the documents folder. Yeah. All right, it's saved. Close that out. Now let's switch to server 2. Start, all programs, accessories, remote desktop connection. Click options, and you can configure all this jazz. Type in the computer name that you want to connect to. In this case, we're connecting from server 2 to server 1. We're going to be using this username, Contoso /student1. You'll be asked for credentials. When you connect, you have the option to save. I chose that option, so it saved my credentials for me. Another thing you can do is select Do Not Play for the sound, deselect printers, keep clipboard selected. Experience, definitely set this to 10 megabits or higher. That's the main gist of it. Click connect. It may take a few seconds, possibly a minute to connect. Once it's connected, a window will appear. All right, as you can see, we are in server 2, connected to server 1, which appears to be running in this window. So we are actually logged in to server 1 using the student 1 credentials. So let's open up Notepad and go to File, go to Open. Let's open that lab document that we saved. Notepad is actually running on server 2 right now. We are merely accessing it. We can change it to server 2, some more stuff. There you go. Save it, but leave it open. Now let's close the remote desktop window. You'll be prompted, read it, click OK. So we have cut the connection. We are no longer connected to server 1. But physically, let's switch back to server 1. Let's type in student 1. And when we log back into server 1, you can see Notepad is actually still running because it was never running on server 2. It was only running on server 1. And because we just cut the connection, we didn't log out first. The session on this server never actually ended. So that's how to use remote desktop connection. Logged into server 2, go to the Start menu, All Programs, Accessories, Remote Desktop Connection. Click Options. Click Save As, Browse Folders, select Desktop. Name the file 2020 Server 01. Click Save. You can see it has appeared on the desktop where we saved it. Click the Display tab. Drag the slider to full screen. Click Connect. A window appears asking you if you trust this connection. You can check this if you do trust it. In this case, we do. And then click Connect. We are now connected directly to server 1. If we had left the Notepad document open, then it would still be open now. However, I closed it. Now, if we click this close button up here, it will terminate the connection to server 1. Click OK. This icon that we created here, if we double click it, it will establish the connection to server 1 again. Another thing to take note of is I opted to have remote desktop remember my password. If I did not select that, I would have to enter my credentials each time I wanted to connect. This is better security and is the more favorable option. Now let's click Start and log off. This will also terminate the desktop connection. In server 2, click the Start menu, go to Administrative Tools, Terminal Services Configuration. Right-click RDP TCP, go to Properties, go to the Environment tab. Select Start the following program when the user logs on. Type in this file path to indicate Notepad. Type in this file path to start in the current user's folder. Click OK. Go to Start All Programs, Accessories, and Remote Desktop Connection. Go to Options, and for Programs, select Start the following programs. Type in C, and click Connect. You will notice that the calculator application did not open. The only thing that opened was Notepad. You'll also notice that the taskbar and start menu are not displayed. Notepad is the only application that can be accessed. And once you close Notepad, the session will end. Back on server 1, let's restore those settings back to their default. Connect from server 2 back to server 1, and everything should open normally.